So yeah, first of all, the challenge in the final week is to build something cool with the Gemini API, either on the MCP server. You can also take the servers that you built from the previous challenges and then add on top of it with Gemini, or you can use Gemini for powering your agent. And the best way to get started with the Gemini API is AI Studio. I'm not sure, are you all familiar here with AI Studio?
I am. I would still love for you to explain it so that everyone else can also know about it.
Yeah, I definitely know that you're familiar with it, but yeah, let me give you a quick tour. And by the way, I like showing the domains Google board, so you can simply type ai.dev or ai.studio. I think one of them is easy to remember. And then you land here. And this is the playground for builders to play around with all the Gemini models and also our other models. And here you can test them, you can tweak different settings, play around with different prompts. And then this is also the place where you generate your API key, and you can even generate starter code, and then you can simply bring this into your apps at a later point. And yeah, you can use this completely for free, up to a limited amount for some models. But yeah, you can sign up for free and try out all the models. So yeah, let me give you a quick tour. So yeah, here in the middle, you see the chatbot. So there you can write your typical prompts. So let me say, generate a story about White Summer. And here on the right side, you have your model picker. So I'm not sure if you're familiar with all the Gemini models, but we have our 2.5 series. These are our best models. So we have 2.5 Pro, which is our very best model, very good for coding and for more complex tasks. Then we have 2.5 Flash. So this is what we call our workhorse model. It's powering a lot of day-to-day tasks, and it's more efficient. And then we have Flash Lite, which is even more cost optimized and yeah, great for speed as well. So for demos, I always like to use, and by the way, we also have our older models and Gemma, which we shouldn't forget, so you can play around with Gemma here. But I always like to use 2.5 Flash for demos. And then, yeah, we can simply run it and try it out. And it's going off, so maybe you get a feeling for how fast Flash is. Yeah, so there we get our story. The air in the puddle cove, it always hung a little heavy, a bit muggy, thick with the scent of brine, and so on. So yeah, this is just at a high level how AI Studio works. Then here, I want to show a few of the settings you can tweak with the models, and also show some other models as well if we have time. So one thing you can do is, so you can clear the chat here, and let's do the same again. And one thing I want to highlight about the 2.5 models is that all of them are what we call thinking models. So I'm not sure if you're all familiar with this term, thinking models. Basically, this means that the model can do an internal thinking step where it breaks down the task step by step. And with this, it can tackle much more complex tasks. So this is especially useful when building agents. And you have control here in the Gemini API. So you can turn on thinking mode. And you can even fine-tune or set the thinking budget. So how many tokens the model can use. If you don't specifically set this, then it will just use as many as it needs. And now if we turn on thinking mode and run this again, then you will see the difference that here you get the thinking. So now it's first breaking down the task, what it should do. So deconstructing the essence, refining the narrative, analyzing sensory immersion, and then drafting the experience. And then in the end, only then you get your story. And yeah, then there are some more tools you can use, which maybe I will show in a bit. But before that, I would actually say, let's look at some of the other models. I heard you already had fun with them. So should I maybe show and Imagen?
Yeah.
So yeah, like I said, here you can play around with all the Gemini and Gemma models. But the Gemini API has actually many more models. So what you can also do is click on the left side, and this is what we call our media or generative media models. So yeah, these allow for very cool creative use cases. So I recommend exploring them here. So yeah, we have Imagen, which is our image generation model, so text to images. Then we actually have Gemini for speech generation. So people use this, for example, to create podcasts. Then we have Lyria for music creation. And then we have Veo for text to video or also image to video creations. Yeah, so let me demo maybe Imagen. Yeah, I really like this. So yeah, let me show some of the first examples that we have here. A rolling countryside landscape knitted from yarn, fields of green, yellow, and so on. What I want to highlight here is, and now we have the image, that you can be very detailed in your and you can specify, yeah, certain settings you want, certain styles, certain camera angles, and it's really good at understanding all the context and then transforming it into an image for you. And we have different Imagen models available. So the Imagen 4 ones are our newest ones. And we have the standard one, and we have Ultra, which is for a bit more expensive, but for the best resolution, best quality. And then we have the cheapest one, which is Fast, which is for rapid image generations. So yeah, maybe let me try Ultra, and let's say create or yeah, you give me a prompt. What should I create?
A goose should be in there because
okay. Creates an image of a goose, maybe sitting on a beach.
On a beach.
Sitting on a beach, enjoying the summer.
Enjoying the summer during sunset. Okay, let's try it.
And should we also specify that it should be maybe comic style or for like, well, maybe what will it do if we don't specify it?
Probably it's more realistic, but I mean, we try it first and then we try another one with a specific style. And now I'm using Ultra, so it might take a few seconds. But there we have it.
I don't know if is it a goose or is it a duck? But that could be a very
it's probably up for debate. But yeah, sitting on a beach enjoying the sunset. So yeah, let's give it a style. Which style do you want?
Oh, could you maybe tell it like a Frida Kahlo painting or something like that? I don't know.
A color painting.
Well, like Frida Kahlo, the artist. I don't know if that, like, if it would pick up the style, but it would be fun experiment. I don't know. I don't know what I'm saying here, but
is that the name?
Yeah, I think she might be written with a K.
Make it in the style of a Frida Kahlo color painting. Okay, let's try it. I have no
Oh, wow.
Is that matching the style?
Yes.
Yes? Okay, wow. And then it's impressive.
Like the flowers on the
head, yeah.
On the hair, yeah. Definitely.
Okay. And it's definitely a goose, or more like a goose now. But anyways, yeah, this is Imagen. Maybe you want to integrate this into your MCP server later. Then you can also generate speech. I'm not gonna demonstrate this right now because I don't know if it picks up my system audio, but basically you can generate single speaker audio, and it's also really good at detecting the tone. So here you can, for example, say, read this text in a warm and friendly tone. And then, like I said, people use this for podcast generation, so you can actually do multi-speaker audio. So this is super cool. Then we have Lyria real-time. I'm also not demoing this right now, but I want to for sure demo Veo. So yeah, this is our state-of-the-art video creation generation model, which allows a lot of fun. And I'm actually...
And